I am 98 years old, and I have watched countless people ruin their financial futures without realizing it. Not through bad investing, not through market crashes, but through something far subtler. Consumer debt. Specifically, the trap of credit cards. It begins innocently. You get a card. You pay the balance monthly. It feels convenient. It feels modern. It feels harmless. But convenience is a double-edged sword. Credit cards are designed to feel easy today while silently stealing from your future. The moment you carry a balance, you are no longer free. You are paying for yesterday with tomorrow's money. The industry understands this better than most people. Every late fee, every interest payment, every minimum payment due, it is calculated to extract maximum profit while keeping you just functional enough to stay in the cycle. Let me explain. Imagine a balance of $5,000 with an 18% interest rate. Minimum payment, $150. You pay it faithfully. Month after month, you feel responsible. You feel in control. But here's the brutal truth. At that rate, it could take you over 20 years to pay it off if you only pay the minimum. And by the end, you will have paid more in interest than the original balance. More than $8,000 just to borrow your own money. And it gets worse. Most people don't carry one card. They carry multiple. Each with varying rates. Each with varying due dates. Each subtly draining them while leaving the illusion of freedom intact. But it's not just the math. It's the psychology. Minimum payments create a false sense of progress. You see the balance declining and feel like you are winning. Meanwhile, interest continues compounding. The debt grows faster than your awareness of it. And once you are in this cycle, your financial decisions are constrained. You cannot invest aggressively. You cannot take calculated risks. You cannot save freely. Your money is pre-spent before it even exists. Even modest lifestyles can crumble under this invisible pressure. I have met executives earning six figures, carrying balances that could have been invested to build real wealth. I have seen families with solid incomes, barely able to save for emergencies, living paycheck to paycheck because interest quietly devours opportunity. The worst part is that society normalizes it. Debt is a tool. Credit builds your score. You can manage it responsibly. These are true statements. If you are exceptional, disciplined, and aware, but most people are not. Most people are not. And the system is designed that way. It profits from your ignorance. It profits from your optimism. It profits from the small daily compromises that feel harmless. Here is the reality. The interest rates on consumer debt are among the highest in existence. And unlike investments, debt compounds against you. Every extra dollar you owe today costs far more tomorrow. Now, let's talk about lifestyle and habit. People often use credit cards to fund status, to signal success. The fancy coffee, the new phone, the weekend getaway. Each purchase seems small, each payment manageable. But habits compound just like money. One unnecessary purchase leads to another. One high-interest balance leads to another. Suddenly, you are financially dependent, your choices constrained, your future mortgaged for present gratification. Contrast this with the disciplined individual who treats credit as a tool only when it produces a return. They pay balances in full. They avoid impulse spending. They think in decades, not days. The difference is staggering. Because the money saved from avoiding high-interest debt is real. It can be invested, it can compound, it can give freedom that no promotion, no bonus, no raise can provide if spent carelessly. And here is the lesson most people never learn until it's too late. Freedom is more valuable than income. You can earn more and still feel trapped. You can earn less and feel wealthy. Debt enslaves the unaware. Savings liberates the intentional. I have lived through decades of economic booms and busts. I have witnessed fortunes rise and fall. And one pattern is consistent. Those who respect the power of debt and avoid unnecessary liability thrive. Those who underestimate it suffer quietly, slowly, and painfully. The tools are simple. Pay off balances in full, avoid high-interest borrowing, track every expense, automate savings, think long-term, avoid lifestyle creep, understand the cost of borrowing in exact numbers, not vague feelings. Do not confuse convenience with wealth. Convenience is a mirage if it costs you your freedom. And here is the ironic truth. The very thing marketed as helping you live better today often destroys tomorrow. Credit cards, installment plans, buy now, pay later offers, all profit from your present desire and your future oversight. The path to real wealth is not in fancy spending. It is in restraint, patience, and calculation. It is in living below your means consistently for decades. Now, for those who have debt, don't panic. The solution is simple but requires discipline. List all balances, highest interest first, attack them aggressively, reduce expenses, invest the difference once debt is gone. Compounding works for you once debt stops working against you. And remember, wealth is built silently. Not through flashy purchases, not through status, not through credit. Wealth is built through intentional restraint and smart allocation over time. If you are earning more, beware lifestyle inflation. If you are tempted by convenient spending, remember, the costs compound. If you are trapped in debt, act now. Every month you wait costs you freedom, opportunity, and control. I am 98 years old. I have seen entire lifetimes of wealth destroyed by invisible interest. I have seen modest earners accumulate fortunes by simply respecting the principles of restraint, patience, and compounding. Your financial future depends not on how much you make, but on how much you keep and how wisely you allow it to work for you. If you want more insights into long-term wealth, financial freedom, and the hidden rules that most people never learn, subscribe to this channel, because your money should serve you, not the other way around. Absolutely. Let's continue the script and make it even longer, more in-depth, reflective, and actionable, staying on the financial freedom, your debt, wealth-building theme. Now, let me tell you something most people never think about. Debt is not just a financial burden, it's a psychological burden. Every month, as that minimum payment is deducted, a tiny piece of your confidence, your peace of mind, and your freedom is chipped away. You feel obligated, restricted, and sometimes even anxious. You think, I'll get ahead eventually, while the debt quietly compounds against you, eroding your options and flexibility. And here is the tragedy. It doesn't have to be that way. Freedom is simpler than most people believe. The rules are simple, but consistency is rare. The few who understand them live differently. Rule number 1. Know every number, every debt balance, every interest rate. every monthly obligation. Ignorance is the single biggest killer of financial health. The numbers never lie, but humans do to themselves. Write it down, see it clearly, and do not underestimate the power of visibility. Rule number 2. Attack high-interest debt first. This is called the avalanche method. The balances with the highest interest rates cost you the most over time. Focus on these relentlessly. Treat each payment as a tiny victory over a system designed to profit from your inaction. Rule number 3. Eliminate lifestyle creep immediately. Do not let extra income disappear into extra spending. Treat raises, bonuses, and windfalls like temporary guests. Allocate them wisely. Save, invest, or pay down debt first. Only spend what will not compromise your freedom. Rule number 4. Avoid the debt trap disguised as credit building. Many people think they are building credit by carrying balances. That is a lie wrapped in marketing language. You can build excellent credit by paying in full every month, not by letting interest accumulate. Every dollar of interest is a dollar lost forever. Rule number 5. Think decades ahead, not months. This is where most people fail. Financial decisions are rarely felt immediately. The cost of a $500 dinner on a credit card may seem insignificant today, but compounded over years of minimum payments, interest, and lost investment growth, it can rob you of tens of thousands of dollars. Now, let's talk about the real magic. What happens once you break free? Imagine eliminating all high-interest debt. You have no minimum payments. Your monthly income is yours to control. That same $1,000 that once went to interest can now be invested, saved, or used to accelerate wealth-building strategies. And here is the secret most people never grasp. Money freed from debt compounds like magic. If you invest $1,000 per month at an 8% annual return for 30 years, you end up with over $1.5 million. That's the power of discipline and patience. That's the power of avoiding unnecessary interest. Contrast that with paying $1,000 per month toward high-interest debt for 30 years. You would have nothing to show for it except years of stress, lost opportunity, and frustration. And it's not just about numbers, it's about psychology. The confidence you gain from controlling your finances influences every decision you make. You negotiate better deals. You start businesses. You take calculated risks. You think long-term. Freedom breeds clarity, and clarity compounds wealth far better than luck ever can. Another critical point. Avoid the illusion of necessity. Most consumer debt is motivated by perceived needs that are in reality desires. Marketing teaches us that you need the newest phone, the upgraded car, the luxury trip, but need is rarely defined by your happiness or freedom. Real wealth is measured not by what you can buy today, but by the choices you can make tomorrow. Here is a practical strategy I have taught to countless people. List all debts with balances and interest rates. Create a debt repayment plan targeting the highest rates first. Cut non-essential expenses ruthlessly for the first 6 to 12 months. Automate payments and investments so you don't have to think about it. Once debt-free, treat freed cash as income to be invested, not spent. Consistency is more powerful than genius. The person who faithfully applies these steps month after month, year after year, ends up far wealthier than the person chasing quick wins or chasing higher income without discipline. And one final truth that is rarely discussed. Freedom is more valuable than wealth. A man can have $1 million in the bank and still feel trapped if every dollar is tied to obligations, debt, or lifestyle pressures. Meanwhile, a modest earner who spends intentionally, avoids debt, and invests wisely can feel free. And that freedom allows for opportunities others cannot see. I have lived for 98 years. I have watched entire generations lose their financial independence, not through poor intelligence, but through invisible obligations, debts, interest, and lifestyle creep. The path forward is simple. Avoid debt, live below your means, invest consistently, and understand the power of compounding, both in saving and in spending wisely. If you follow this advice, your money works for you, not against you. You gain time, freedom, and control. And there is nothing more valuable than that. And if you want to continue learning strategies to control money, build wealth, and secure your financial freedom at any age, subscribe to this channel. Because your future self will thank you. And freedom is built quietly, one disciplined decision at a time. Your financial future depends not on how much you make, but on how much you keep and how wisely you allow it to work for you. If you want more insights into long-term wealth, financial freedom, and the hidden rules that most people never learn, subscribe to this channel. Because your money should serve you, not the other way around.